Greetings and good afternoon to you. Welcome to my channel and welcome back to my regular viewers to part 3 of Deus Ex. Quick recap before we start. In the last part we met Harley Philbin over at the North Docks, who gave us some much needed information on the terrorists inside the statue. He gave us a picture of the commander, with a request that we go ahead and arrest him and bring him in alive, rather than dead, because he's his only contact in the NSF, excuse me. We also didn't need the front keys to the front doors of the statue. We found a back way in and got the drop on the NSF and managed to knock them all out as we were working our way inside. We also broke out Gunther Herman. We gave him a pistol and we sent him back to HQ. And he even, for some reason, locked us in the cell. I don't know why, but hey, no good deed goes unpunished. I guess he's still mad at being caught or something like that. And now, we're ready to report to our boss, Joseph Manderley, since we brought in the NSF commander from the top of the statue like the good policemen we are. Also, these doors are wide open. I'm going to close it. I'm also going to go ahead, after this closes, do a save, LP3. I am ready to start. I'm ready to talk to this guy.
Way to go, sir. I thought Gunther was a goner.
Nope, that big guy, he's going to be around for a while, Private Lloyd.
It's my first day, too. I'm pretty excited.
But lucky you get to sit behind a desk while we go take out terrorists.
I was in your class at the academy. You probably don't remember.
You're right. I don't remember, but don't take it personally. I don't even remember the academy.
Manderley's office is on level 2. He's expecting you.
That's it. He's got some soda, and he's got a candy bar. I guess that's for him, so we won't take it. Let's move forward.
Check in with Manderley on level 2.
Yes, thank you very much, Alex. You were reminded twice so far, I believe once by Paul, once by Lloyd. I will say, this part's gonna be kind of fun for me at least. Well, for you too. Because this level, the place where we work at, has very nice music. And I also want to say before I continue forward that there's gonna be a lot of talking in this part. I don't believe there's gonna be a whole lot of action until later. I think it's gonna last a while. I can't remember how long this part lasts for, but hey, I'll just try to make it exciting, okay? We got some water here. We'll drink some. Healed 1 point. Lovely.
Come on in. The retinal scanner can read blood vessel patterns right through your sunglasses.
Okay, that's Scott, I think. If we walk away, he has more dialogue. Most people just run past him.
I heard there was a lot of fighting topside.
I was right, his name is Scott. Yeesh. I played this game so many times, I think I memorized every single NPC. Rental pattern match, Agent Denton authorized for entry.
Remember that Mr. Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary, Janice Reed, has your login and password.
I think it might be wise to go ahead and meet Manderley immediately. Who's this, though?
We finally got to cap some rebels, eh, Denton?
Well, I didn't really cap anybody. If you guys remember. Oh, this is nice painting. This texture mod, you may not be to your taste, but I actually rather like it. I still think it fits the style of Deus Ex pretty well.
Bet the NSF won't try that trick again.
That's Sergeant Michael Berry. We'll be encountering him a few times when we come back here.
Hell of a first day.
Indeed. This door is locked. Requires 3 lockpicks. But you may notice there is a weapons mod in there. We're gonna come back for that later. Is there anything in here?
Up there.
Thank you. This is also locked. You may notice that's a lockpick over there. We'll eventually get inside here. I don't know whose office this is. There's no name next to it. Level 2. That's the mission planning area, I suppose. Another locked door. And another locked door. Joseph Manderley. This has to be it. Close this door. Let's talk to Janice.
Good work out there, Mr. Denton. Mr. Manderley said you handled yourself nicely. Welcome to UNATCO HQ. Our little family keeps getting bigger.
Is Mr. Manderley available?
Yes, go right in. By the way, your computer account is ready. Log in JCD, password Bionic Man.
Bionic Man. Nice. Keys. I'll take that. You don't mind, do you?
He's waiting, JC.
She does not. I wonder what this says.
Hey, I'm trying to work.
Mr. Manderley, just FYI, your new password is Knight_Killer. I know you led that mission in Paris against that old terrorist organization, whatever it was. Your login is still J. Manderley. Janice. Winky smiley emoticon. Not very wise to leave this here, Janice, but pretty handy for us. Oh, we got some skill points. Nice. 250. Can we spend it on anything yet? Close. We're very close to computer. I'll go ahead and save. Oh, you got a nice office. I'm assuming that's you, Manderley.
Reporting for duty, sir.
The man himself. Splendid. Do accept my apologies about the situation topside?
A refreshing change from the academy, sir.
Don't despise training, my boy. Even you would be worthless without the shaping touch of drills and studies.
So the NSF took a shipment of the ambrosia vaccine? Give me a chopper and a pilot and I'll handle it.
I'm sure you could. Yes, indeed. But we're having your brother head up the recovery team. You'll work with Agent Ana Navarra. Why don't we meet when you've seen Jaime for a medical checkup and received your equipment from Sam Carter? You'll be briefed at that time.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we got some goals. We also got this book here. Project de Book. I'm not going to read that. He's got a soda there. Some newspapers. I'm going to go in his bathroom.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
I want to be in here, though, because you got a candy bar. We'll take that. You probably don't need it. We need the calories. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to save. I'm going to try to enter his computer.
Work to do.
I think a little trick you can do is just hide away from him. Do this. J. Manderley. Night Killer for password. And we're in. G. Herman Skull Gun. Might I suggest again a skull gun for my head? Yesterday in Battery Park, some scum we all know pushes smack for NSF, gets jumpy and draws. I take 2 22s, 1 in flesh, 1 in augs before I can get out that damn assault gun. If I could kill just by thought, it would be better. Is it my job to be a human target practice backstop? Well, we've noticed that Gunther's a rather big guy and also mechanically augmented. I don't think 22s is going to do much to him. And woe be to the gang member who works for NSF, thinking that 22 caliber is going to be enough to stop a big mechanically augmented special operations agent. I mean, you're better off just running. Let's log out. Actually, let's go back in, because I think I forgot to read the other one. WS, our little experiment. Should be arriving soon. Clear it for Domination 5F Ops as soon as possible. Proceed with caution. You have serious concerns about the primary unit and would like to avoid any potential contamination. That's definitely one of the 2 guys in the intro. I wonder who WS means. Wonder what that stands for. Let's log out.
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
We also got some books here. A book here and a newspaper. Can we read this? You can read that if you like, but I'm not going to. You can read this if you like. And I don't think I'm going to.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
Alright. You say anything, Janice?
You've got to see Carter and Reyes before Manderley can brief you.
You know, let's go to our office. We got one right here. This is it.
You found your office. Did Janice give you your login? Yes, I see here that she did.
Now, if she didn't, or we came here first, Alex will go ahead and give us the login and password right over comms, so you can just go ahead and log into your computer. Like I said, this game was pretty amazing back in the day. The developers really accounted for everything you might potentially do. Like, pretty much almost everything. It's really impressive even today. What does this say? French connection found in Rebel. I'm not going to read that, but you're free to do so if you like. Just gotta pause it, or scroll back if I went too quickly for you. UNATCO Handbook. I'm going to read this. UNATCO and the public. In carrying out their duties, UNATCO agents often come in contact with the public. You are a peacekeeper, and your first objective is to safeguard human life. Though terrorists may see an advantage in harming civilians, UNATCO agents do not. Issue a warning before firing at a suspect and always instruct bystanders to get down on the ground. Quotes. Refrain from firing into large crowds. Every civilian hurt is collateral damage. However, keep in mind that no civilian with a clearance below Angel OA should be trusted and may be a potential spy. Anyone can be a spy, and secrecy is our ally. Remember, we're all in this together. Interesting. UNATCO Handbook. Welcome to UNATCO. Classification. We're going to go ahead and read this as well. The UN has 9 levels of security above top secret. This manual and all material that is not otherwise marked is classified as Angel OA. If you are not Angel OA or above, report immediately to your supervisor or face disciplinary action. Other classifications will be explained upon reaching higher clearance. In its efforts to combat terrorism, the UN has created UNATCO for the swift deployment of a coordinated force to counteract any insurgent operations. You are justifiably proud to be part of this organization. Your physical capabilities place you within the upper 1% of national ground combat units, while your mental capabilities have been owned to sharpness by the UNATCO Academy. Huh, really? Because I don't remember anything about the Academy. But as part of a larger organization, you also understand the necessity to heed orders from your superiors without hesitation. Your superiors are typically briefed on matters for which you may not be cleared, and hesitation on the part of an agent can result in the serious impairment of mission objectives and attendant casualties. UNATCO has faith in you, and this faith will be rewarded in due time as your operational capacities are increased. Brave the darkness, for you carry the torch of freedom. I also got we got some cardboard boxes here. One here, and one here. We can't open them, they're just, if you try to break them, nothing comes out. There's nothing under the desk. You may be wondering why I'm trying to look all over the place, but you never know what kind of secrets you may find. But anyways, password is JCD, password Bionic Man. You can also hack this computer if you like, and if you do that, you'll be connected to the other computers as well. You're not just hacking this computer, you can log into other users' computers, which is pretty cool, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to log in though. And we're going to go ahead and read this because these are kind of important. J. Reyes, greetings and nanotech briefings. Hey, Ruben. Hey, that's me. The name you put in the beginning. Guess I'll have to get used to calling you JC around the office. Not sure where they came up with that, but at least they gave you the same last codename as your brother. Anyways, whatever they're calling you, it's good to see a familiar name on the roster. My first job here has been to read up on your augmentations. I'm beginning to see why you found classes so easy. Every neuron in your head has been augmented. Wow. For example, I was going to say maybe Elon Musk did that for us. But anyways, for example, the voice in your head from an operator is someone here at HQ, able to handle the scanning equipment in your skull and broadcast a device over your infolink, leaps fully formed right into your temporal globe. Almost like globe, bypassing the eardrum and its sensory neurons, and it's perfectly inaudible to everyone around you, of course. Not to mention that the nanites clinging to your axons can both receive and transmit symbolic information. So if you ever need help, don't sweat it. Someone at HQ probably already knows. Come by if you want to hear more, this is great stuff. Jaime. Another one from J. Reyes, sent to us, as well as G. Herman and A. Navarra, who we will meet in this part, I'm sure. Nano-augmentation and you. I was asked by the regional medical coordinator to forward this information to all of you. I do so without further comment. Dr. Reyes, I will say one thing though. Why didn't it go to Paul? He's nano-augmented as well. By now you've heard about the upcoming transition to nano-augmentation. It's coming, but not as soon as you think. UNATCO has only one nano-augmented agent, with a second just now graduating from the Academy. It will be years before the program leaves the laboratory. Your mechanical augmentations are not obsolete. Some agents express concern that they will be walking junk in 10 years. One agent expressed their fears in an anonymous email saying, "Will be sold at flea markets, old gray golems for scaring the children, so what about my legs? What about my life? Sick." Keep some perspective. Prosthetics remain the only proven technology for enhancing human abilities. Those who make the sacrifice are appreciated, commended, I almost said condemned there for some reason, and saluted as heroes. Daedalus, global node, UN, UNATCO, restricted, a bunch of numbers here, the IP address, email. One more. Nano-augmentation stressors. Nano-augmented agents will often encounter stress created by resentment among fellow agents, particularly those who have been mechanically augmented. In an effort to secure freedom and liberty for those under their protection, many UNATCO agents have chosen to sacrifice social acceptance for mission performance by surgically replacing limbs and organs with mechanically or electronically enhanced equivalents. But your nano-augmentations point the way to the future. Thousands of microscopic, living, organic machines that exist in symbiosis with your body. Because such augmentations create only minimal disfigurement, they are likely to be a source of friction between you and other mechanically augmented agents. But it is important to understand that UNATCO is an organization where individuals must act in concert. Each is important to the whole, and mutual understanding is essential to teams comprised of diverse human and augmented agents. If you have any further questions or wish to discuss these matters, these issues, please feel free to send email to Carver Eschels at that to make an appointment. And welcome to you, UNATCO agent. Goodbye. And that should be all the reading I'll do in this part. We're not going to go in there yet. We got 2 goals here. See Sam Carter for equipment and Jaime Reyes for medical exam. I'm also going to go ahead and go to our inventory. I may spend some mods here. There's some I want to keep. I think we're going to spend the laser on our sniper rifle. I'm going to keep the clip and the reload. And I think I'm going to save the accuracy mods. I was going to spend it on either the crossbow or the pistol. But we have room. And look, you see why I didn't choose the GEP gun, right? Got no room for it now. I'm also going to toss the binoculars and tech goggles out of the way eventually. Okay, first, we got that key from Janice. Let's go in here. There's something in here. I'm not going to worry about it now, though. I don't think there's anything in there. I could open it, but we'll do that later. I'll think about it as I'm playing throughout this part. Something in here, though. That's a combat supply crate in the janitor's closet. Oh, I'll take it. That's a pepper cartridge. We don't really need that, but we'll take it since it's there. Go ahead and close the door and just leave that to the janitor. Level 2. Oh, we have... You know, back in the day, we didn't have, like, vacuum cleaners like that. Roombas. That's not a Roomba, but... You can get something like that nowadays, but it doesn't look like that, you know what I mean? Who's this guy?
That was a close one up there.
Alright, we got bathrooms here. Now, I was considering, but I'm not going to go in the women's bathroom, but I will say if you do that, something happens later on. Well, I might do that. I might make a save or something.
I don't like getting shot at.
And go
Not one
backwards. We're going to go in the male's bathroom, though. Got cigarettes. No doors, that's... What the deuce? Well, there's nothing in here. But yeah, like I said, if you go in this bathroom, it's not wise. And I'll... A little bit of a pause there because I got really mealy-mouthed that I gotta cut out. But anyways, if you go in here, there's consequences a little bit. Well, not really, but... I'm gonna make a save here. Trying to think and talk is not working out for me. And I'm gonna come back to that later, but I
Thank
think
God my shift is almost over.
if I was gonna go to either the doctor first or the equipment guy, I think doctor. We got some points. Wonderful. Also got a dead terrorist here. Now he's got something, I believe. He's got throwing knives. And I believe, a little bit of a spoiler, these are the only throwing knives throughout the entire game. And we're gonna keep it, because... why not? Looks like this, by the way. We've also got a book here. UNATCO Handbook Dedication. Nihil aliud sit necessitas quam vincere cirrus. Now, you're free to put that in the Latin to English translator. I did that a long time ago, but I can't remember what it says. Oh, I got a key here. Oh, we already have that. Let's talk to him.
Hey, JC.
You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC. About your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
I think I picked one of those up at the top of the statue.
Maybe you did. My order from Versalite was on the ship the NSF captured. You'll need to take it to one of the medbas for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your subsystems.
It's about time they implemented some of this stuff.
Have you met your partner yet, Anna Navarra? I think she and Gunter are upstairs in the break room.
Haven't run into her.
A real piece of work. Maybe you should compare notes before the operation. You never know. She might go easier on you.
Alright, so if you didn't pick up the augmentation canister at the top of the statue for some reason, it actually reflects in this conversation. And if you met Navarra first before coming down here, over in the break room, this also affects the conversation. Like I said, the game, the developers, really accounted for almost everything and what order you're going to do things in, or what they predicted what you were going to do. Wouldn't save. There's a book here.
Years of training and you're still all thumbs.
Indeed. You're free to read that if you like, but I am not. I'm gonna talk to him again, though. He's got more to say.
One more thing before I go, since you've been briefed on my augmentations. What can you tell me about the info link?
Let's see. Micro-receiver exostructure in the sulci, mechanocarbon threads on the axons. For queuing, you know, packet routing. Anything particularly interest you?
Is there a way to turn it off?
The info link?
Yeah, or is someone at UNATCO tuned in 24 hours?
These might sound a little funny, JC, but I'm not permitted to answer that question.
Your clearance is higher than mine?
Regarding your systems, I am your physician.
No big deal. I was just curious.
One thing for JC to be curious about privacy, and he's being told by his doctor that he can't answer that question.
Carter's out the door and around the corner. He's got your stealth pistol.
Oh, excellent. Also, this is also part of the mod. You can see the actual keys on this keyboard, though. I've noticed the text is upside down.
You better head out.
I will, Jaime. I'm talking to my audience here. But this one isn't, so this is like mirrored. It's easier to see back at JC's office. Let's just leave. I wonder what's over here. A restricted area. Can we go in? Of course not. The answer is no. It's secure. Can't even see inside. I think I heard footsteps, though. The answer is no, just my imagination. Just us, I think. Now, one thing about this game that came out in 2000, visually, well, I have a graphics mod, but I'm talking about more like the layout of the levels, like the decorations and all that. Like, look, Jaime has one diploma framed up here, right here, a swivel chair here for some reason. He's sitting down at a computer chair, computer desk with a flask, soda, computer, and a bookshelf with one book on it, and a plant, and another diploma here. A certificate of award, excuse me. So, and Janice's office is like literally a painting, a desk, computer chair, and like that's it. It's funny. Yeah, old games were like this, but it doesn't bother me. That's just a relic of its time. There's that medbot. We're gonna go ahead and install that augmentation canister onto our person. You can also heal up your character if you like, and we will. Heal all, and it takes 60 seconds to recharge to heal again. These things are a godsend out in the field. Okay, augmentations, we got 2 we can install. We got microfiber muscle, and we got combat strength. I'll read these out. Combat strength. Sorting rotors accelerate calcium ion concentration in the sarcoplasmic reticulum, increasing an agent's muscle speed several-fold and multiplying the damage they inflict in melee combat, so it makes melee weapons better. You can upgrade these all the way up to from 1, well it's already 1 when you install it, so 3 canisters to max it out. You'll get those later in the game. And then you got this, I'll read this. Muscle strength is amplified with ionic polymeric gel myofibrils that allow the agent to push and lift extraordinarily heavy objects. We're going to install this one. I like the little descriptions here. At Tech 4 it says an agent is inhumanly strong, because I never really use this, so. But you can build your JC however you like, and that is 1 augmentation upgrade installed. And you can see the graphics here. Our muscles filled with ionic polymeric gel myofibrils, amplified rather. Exit out of that. And we finally freed up some space in our inventory. Yeah, let's go ahead and read this. You can read that if you like. Or rather, we will read this. This is important. Nano-augmentations, once installed, irrevocably alter the physiological system. They affect, and in many cases, cause all subsequent augmentations to be rejected. However, the exact number of augmentations each system can support varies. The various interdependencies between these systems can be seen in the following table. The details: possible nano-augmentation combinations. Arms, we just installed those. Combat strength or microfibril muscle. Legs, speed enhancement, or run silent. Subdermal 1, EMP shield or ballistic protection. 2, cloak or radar transparency. Torso 1, aqua lung or environmental resistance. 2, regeneration or energy resistance. 3, synthetic heart or power recirculator. Cranium, aggressive defense system or spy drone. And optics, targeting or vision enhancement. Specific nano-augmentations should be selected based on the mission profile of the particular agent. Basically, you choose what you like, that's what it says. We also got this here, which just explains what that bot does, or the little biography description of it. You're free to read that if you like. I am not. In fact, I'm going to delete this, because I don't need it. And we're done here. Let's go see Alex Jacobson. Let's go see Carter first.
I didn't know we'd be fighting a war.
Well, now you're in it. That's also Gunther Herman's office, as well as Anna Navarra, though there's only like one table in there.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation in school. This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own op and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
That sounds fine. Thank you, sir.
What else do you think you'll need?
Alright, we can choose either a smart lockpick, or just a lockpick, or a nanotech tech tool. Let's choose the lockpick.
A smart lockpick is always handy.
That's right. Infiltrate and evade. Engage only on your own terms. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
Hey, what about that guy out front selling munitions? Is that allowed?
A JC.
Oh, Kaplan, right. We've got some screwballs around here, but he's not the problem. It's whoever's been breaking into the armory.
Someone at UNATCO's a thief?
Yes, sir. And a damn good one.
Just gonna go snitch on, Kaplan, I believe. Yeah, he did say his name, did he? Okay, we got our stealth pistol. That says something. The stealth pistol is a variant of the standard 10mm pistol with a larger clip and integrated silencer designed for wet work at very close ranges. So I don't really use this that much. You think it'd be handy, but maybe I shouldn't spoil it. It's actually not a very good weapon. It's okay. It's like a... I don't know if I should even say it. It's a poor man's assault rifle. It fires very quickly, which is very handy, but I've always liked just the regular pistol. I also don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna put this here. We're kind of full up on our inventory. I gotta drop some stuff. I'm gonna do it outside. Not gonna worry about that right now. We're gonna go in here. There's some darts, cigarettes. We don't need that. Some trophies and pots. We also got a bioelectric cell and a newspaper here, which you can go ahead and read if you like. I am not going to because don't like reading stuff in games. I move past all that. Got a computer here though. We don't have the login and password. Well, I do, but we didn't encounter it in the game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hack it and show you what this is like. Now you can read stuff here. You can see the logins here, guest, us, J Reyes, and you're free to read these if you like. I'm not gonna read them out. I'm gonna highlight these and you can pause these as I go, because when you read these go down. The icebreaker goes down. Hey, Navarra. Geez, okay. See how much time I ran out? Let's just log out. I'll come back to that later, I suppose. That's the downside of hacking. You don't have time to read emails.
Way to go, sir.
Thank you. This is the prison. And we got one terrorist inside.
Gunther should have followed orders.
Well, he didn't. In fact, he's so pissed off he locked me in a jail cell. Jerk. No good deed goes unpunished, of course, like I said. Nothing here besides a soda. And yeah, I don't usually hack into computers to read. It's like I can't even take screenshots through GOG to read them. But I think it's time to go ahead and meet Jacobson.
You're getting warm.
Am I? Ah, candy bar. We'll take it. Delicious. You can read that if you like. That's the helicopter thingamajig.
You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
Another candy bar. You guys really like your candy bars. This game is filled with candy bars and soy food. There he is. That's an interesting communications terminal, I guess it's called. Well, let's talk to him.
Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
I'm Alex Jacobson, communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
That's him, Alex Jacobson.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
Now, he's got some good dialogue here, so I'm gonna click through him.
It'll be interesting to see how the transmission sounds in Manhattan.
It probably sounds great with all this thing here.
I bet I could jack you into an online jukebox. We'll have to try that.
Please don't do that while I'm working outside, Alex. What's this say?
Okay, enough goofing around.
Shannon, ammunition is disappearing again, so we're changing the door code of the comm van near the helipad. New code 0451. So I did say I don't log into terminals unless I already encountered the login and password, but we did use that code earlier in the last part. Last two parts, despite that. But though that is a famous number, that's why I used it, so there you go. You can read that if you like. Gray Death, Look to the Sky, Midnight Sun. You're going to hear that name again, as well as the guy on the bottom there, Joe Green, who wrote this article. Now there's something around here. I don't know if you notice anything. Do you notice anything here? Look closely at the floor. 1, 2, 3 should be enough time. That's a floor trap, or a fake floor. Let's go in. There's stuff down here. Let's turn on the lights. There is a nano key. Office door key code. That is a scope. We'll take that. Go ahead and open this. What's in here? That is 30-06 ammo for the sniper rifle. And there's cigarettes. Pretty cool. Let's get out. No, I thought that was the same one we came in. I was like, why is that closed? That's because there's two. Also don't know what's in here. I'm not gonna probably bother about that. Data cube. Change G. Herman password to Zeitgeist. Next week, I guess it'll be Schadenfreude. Strange guy. Now, I thought G. Herman's office was over there, but I guess not. Well, let's enter then. J. Manderley's skull gun. We read that back at Manderley's office, so we'll read his response. Manderley's response, rather. I personally forward your request to appropriations. Upgrading our combat readiness is an ongoing priority. Speaking of which, you certainly made the best of a difficult situation yesterday. We applaud your courage. Thank you for living to work another day, Gunther. We need more agents like you, JM. So there is a skull gun. Wish I can get a skull gun. In the game, I mean. We already read that. Back at our office, Jay Manderley, our new recruit. Reuben Gray will be joining us today after his stint at the Academy, and I'm assigning the both of you to the task of keeping a watchful eye on him while monitoring his progress. His assigned cover name for the duration of his service will be J.C. Denton. We thought it would be best to keep the cover names within the family since Paul has already received the Denton codename. I have great faith in you both, and trust you will do your utmost to ensure that he becomes a successful and productive member of this organization. Until further notice, I'd like to receive weekly reports with your observations, JM. Speaking of, like, forgot to mention about Alex, you did say they shut it off, the info link, when I go off duty. which is good. I'm also gonna see what's in here. I'm gonna save. If I don't like what's in there, I'll just reload. Not like I'm doing an Iron Man playthrough. Because I forget what's in here, I don't want to miss it, you know. I also don't want to waste my precious multi-tools. You know? Okay, what's in here? I'm already regretting it. That's a bioelectric cell. That is a lockpick. Wonderful. I don't need any of those. Like, we're kind of low on... Not low, but we have more lockpicks than, multi-tools. We got everything in there. We met Jaime. We met Sam. So let's go back to... Manderley. Sorry for the little pauses there. Close the door.
They're waiting for you, Agent. Go on in.
They? Who else is in here? Close that door. Ah.
That will be JC's job.
What's that? Power station. The NSF have Ambrosia in a warehouse protected by cameras and booby traps. We want to power down the whole system.
We're taking one illicit generating plant, protected by weak groups of NSF. Knock out that plant, and Paul's team can walk right into the warehouse.
Just tell me where it is. The NSF are openly resisting our deployed forces, gradually falling back. You'll have to deal with them first.
And you be ready, Paul. When the power drops, go in and go in hard.
I'll use my discretion.
Go in like the U.S. Marshals. We lose the vaccine, I'm sending your butt to the mayor to explain why he and his 3 daughters won't get their pills this month.
Yes, sir. Let's not waste any time, JC. Get down to the dock. A boat is waiting to take you and your partner, Anna Navarro, to shore.
Yes, get moving. Here's your op bonus for the great job you did in the statue, plus 250 for rescuing Agent Herman. That's 1,250. We take care of our people around here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for doing the math for me. I'm not good at math.
We'll meet up in the city.
Alright, we got a mission to do. Gotta go into the city and find the containers of ambrosia.
You'll come to admire your partner. She's one of our best.
Let's go meet Anna Navarro before we leave. In fact, before we leave, for her, I'm gonna check. Okay, we don't have enough for a computer just yet. I'm gonna go back in here, and I'll show you what's in here. I want to show you because I don't like missing things, at least in the beginning. If I had to guess, I'm using my memory here, I think there are 2 multi-tools in here. And either a medkit or a bioelectric cell. So let's open this. Our lockpick and electronic skill is low, so it requires more lockpicks to open something like this. Am I right? Oh, I am right. Actually, no, I'm only a little bit right. 1 multi-tool and 1 bioelectric cell. And you know what? We are going to take that, because why not? I'm also going to lock this door, because just something I like to do in games. Close doors behind me and stuff like that. You can read that if you like. I am not going to.
JC. Mind if I call you JC?
Sure.
Glad to have you aboard.
Thank you. Also got plans here. Who is Jojo's boss? What is Ambrosia? New agent, J.C. Denton. Informant, Harley Philbin. Security bot, we took out. Deployment, that's where J.C. is. Max Chen, Jojo Fine, NSF. Tracer Tong. Connected. Attackers, NSF. Verify Ambrosia shipments, NSA. Looks like they were planning things before we even arrived. Angela's like, let's
just making the rounds.
Let's have the new guy take out all the terrorists in Liberty Isle. There's also some stuff here if you'd like to open this. Darts, tranquilizer darts, and flare darts. Map of the world. I guess those are all the locations of the UNATCO bases. America, South America, Africa, all across Western, Central, Eastern Europe, way over here. And I got one in Japan as well. TV. So this is another part of the mod. You notice that she has the animation when she's talking, Chari Fullman. Before it looked weird. Starting to think maybe I should have just used the upscaled texture mod. And there they are, Gunther Hermann and Anna Navarre. Get ready for that famous line in a few seconds.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
More than a few seconds.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
Alright, let's talk to Navarre.
My new partner, J.C. Denton. Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is augmented.
At least it is a way that we know when it's not foul.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarre. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get to the boat dock.
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
He will not be the equivalent of his brother. I have seen that he knows the procedure of a good offensive.
Let us hope you are right.
I won't let you down, Agent.
So Gunther's got our back right now because we gave him the pistol back at the statue. But if you didn't, he basically just trashes you along with Anna Navarre. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said, but it's going to take me a while to remember, so I'm just going to move on. You can read that if you like. It's about the president's face on Mars. I knew that just from the title of it. I read everything in this game so many times back in the day, but I don't want to do that anymore.
Forget how Agent Navarre is not friendly. She has every life to give for her partner.
Well, I really appreciate that, Gunther. How about some... You deserve a gift. How about some soy food? There you go. You have that if you like. We've also got an ATM here, and this is a public access terminal. You can read all this if you want. This is a lot of reading. I don't believe we're going to read all this, because it's already been like 42 minutes. Threat profiling, know your enemy, NSF, right here. Silhouette, the triads, and other threats. I think we'll read NSF since that's our enemy. Not going to read all this, so this might be a little bit important. The National Secessionist Forces, there, third time's the charm, remain a very real and increasingly widespread terrorist threat. 10 years ago, in response to the Sporting Weapons Act of 2042, splinter groups from nearly every state militia refused to surrender their rifles, grenades, landmines, and other, quote, collectibles, end quote, provided by the act. Unified under the charismatic leadership of Leon Woods, these isolated fanatics eventually formed the NSF, with Woods assuming the rank of general. Their intended goal, the liberation of Washington, Montana, Oregon, and Northern California. While Woods died during his infamous last stand in 2045, his war machine continues what can only be termed an occupation of the United States, aided by an encrypted network designed by dissident computer scientists from San Francisco and Seattle. Currently, the UNATCO Cryptography Division has had minimal success in cracking their communications, requiring more direct intelligence gathering techniques to be utilized. The UN has declared war on the NSF, and that is it. So, Mandalay gave us some money. We got 2,050 credits right now. So that means we can... actually, I think I'm going to wait because... I'm going to try something real quick. So I'm going to save. I'm going to make a manual save too, since it's been a while. We don't have the account number or PIN number, but from now on, you're better off just hacking. Gunther doesn't mind. I think we're just hacking with our brain, to be honest with you. That's 300 credits, so I'll take that. I'm also going to go ahead and reload. I want to try something. Why am I going to try something? Because Anna Navarre does not seem to want to close doors behind her. That's because she's an NPC. Can we open this yet? Yes, we can. We got the Office Nano Key, which means I can take this multi-tool. We can't take the basketball. We can grab it, though, and do this. It's pretty cool. That back. Ah, almost the same. Perfect. Take this lockpick, excuse me. Nothing under the desk, nothing else in here. I don't know whose office this is, but don't worry about that.
Hell of a first day.
Indeed. You said that the first time. That is a accuracy mod. I'll take that. Newspaper. U.S. Prez sells out. You can read that if you like. Anything under the desk? Ah, that is a door key code. We already have that.
Didn't know the NSF had so many people in New York.
Well, they do. Am I forgetting anything? I'm gonna come back
finally
for
got to cap some rebels, eh, Denton?
that ATM later on. I'm gonna try something real quick. What if I can do this? I think you get points later on. That's why I'm doing this.
Wish I was going with you.
Yeah, well, too bad you're not. Okay, now that I think about it, you're not. I was hoping to get some extra skill points. I guess not, so let's reload. And go back to the ATM real quick. No reason to cut ahead, it's just right over here. I think that's the best thing about Deus Ex. I don't have to cut out dead air. I will in a few minutes, though. Just wait. Let's get some money. Just pretend you're stealing from NSF accounts or something like that to save your conscience, though. I don't much worry about things like that anymore. And now we have 2,350 credits. And you know what? I think I'm going to spend these accuracy mods after all. I'm not going to put it on the pistol or the stealth pistol. I'm going to put it in the mini crossbow, because throughout the game I'm going to be using mostly the sniper rifle, the shotgun, the mini crossbow, and the pistol. But I don't want to spend it on the pistol for a reason, and you'll see why many parts later. But I'm going to use it on the mini crossbow. Use all of it on the mini crossbow. I'm going to put the scope also on the mini crossbow. I'm going to save the reload and recoil for later. Put that there. And oh, you don't like the soy food, Gunther? Too bad. Well, it's there if you want it. Be handing out some soy food to people. Alright. Best thing about this mod, though. Notice there's a scope on our mini crossbow now. It wasn't like that in the base game. But with a mod, the mods reflect on your weapon, which I think is pretty cool. We got the laser on the sniper rifle, but you don't... I think you should see it. Can you see it? It's that little doohickey right below the scope before the barrel. Pressing X brings up the laser, if you can see that right there. Looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and leave, though. We are done here, and it looks like I was right. It's been almost an hour before we for this part. And it would have been longer if I read everything in this in UNATCO. Alright, let's leave.
Wish I was going with you.
I don't need anyone's help, so it's okay. Let's get out of here. See what Lloyd has to say. Every time I see his name, it reminds of Lloyd, the character from Dumb and Dumber.
Good luck out there. Man, 2 Dentons in the field. The NSF won't know what hit them.
Alright, let's get out of here. Open that. Close this. I gotta do 2 things before I leave. I'm gonna save for one. Make a backup save as well. Alright, I gotta do 2 things. Well, that thing was to grab that crossbow bolt that I left back here. That I used to distract the NSF terrorist right here, but it seems to be gone. I guess it disappears after a while. I think when you transition levels... Huh, I thought it would stay. Unless you see it and I don't, so... Let's move on to the next thing. Number 2, talk to Philbin. Let's do that. He's got some new dialogue.
You're a man of your word. I like that.
Now, he's not so nice if you kill the terrorist at the top of the statue, though, the commander.
I better get my money on time.
Oh, you will. I'm sure UNATCO will pull through.
I better get my money on time.
That's it. And she just sells you stuff, I believe, if you forgot.
Sure you can't buy some ammo?
Just in case you want to buy some extra stuff before leaving for the New York.
Thanks.
And now, let's head back to where we started.
Good luck, Agent. Hit him hard, sir.
We will. We gotta head back to the docks, of course. I think we did everything on this island. Just a shame I wasn't able to get that crossbow dart. It's just one, but darn it. That's what I get for forgetting, right? Where are those dead terrorists from the beginning? Thankfully, it doesn't count towards us for being... for Paul's line about going soft on the NSF terrorists. Like I said, not planning on going 100% non-lethal in this playthrough. Just, my thing is I wanted to not kill enemies personally here because I want that line from Paul.
The boat's ready.
But some areas I will be lethal. Like if I get caught, I'm shooting the guy in the head, but... Anyways, I think it's a good time to stop here. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in part 4. Farewell.
How unprofessional. Expecting a show? Don't think I won't report this.
That's 1,250. We take care of our people around here.
Thank you, sir.
By the way, Denton, stay out of the ladies' restroom. That kind of activity embarrasses the agency more than it does you.